Welcome back, friends and fellow car mechanics, to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 and episode 46 of our Let's Play. If you will recall from the end of the last episode, we did brakes and body on a 90s NASCAR Chevy Lumina, as well as, I believe, figuring out what it needed to run. Then we started work on this Bolt Reptilia in front of us, which is a base game C8 Corvette. We did our testing, got what we could out of the way to find out what the car needed. And within the motor, we found two of our last four parts, which were valve push rods. I showed you what I had to do to go through finding those push rods, and then I ended the video there and went through the exact same process on the other side of the motor and found the remaining two push rods. But before I did that, I had put the front of the motor back together, not realizing that I needed to change cam gear on the motor. So off camera, I pulled the front of the motor apart again, and I purchased the cam gear. With that being said, I'm going to go into assembly mode, and we are going to start putting this motor back together. Now, I would like to give a shout out to a new subscriber and a co-worker of mine named Brian. He is a golden soul and a lot like I am. He's dedicated to his job and is willing to do what he needs to until the job is done, as am I. So thank you, Brian, for subscribing. I hope you enjoy the content that you watch. We have a hidden roller here. Now with this Reptilia, we still have some suspension work to do to it. We also have some body work to do to it. There is a bad rubber bushing somewhere, but we will locate that once we get the car in the air. And we do have the exhaust pieces for this car. Okay, so at the current moment, the first part of this is done. So now we need an outer tie rod and a sway bar front end link B. That is going to be up here. And we just need to have a look and see So it's going to be on the driver's side. Well, that's showing as the brakes are bad, and it does show it has brake problems. Now, we do not have brake pads that will satisfy the percentage in this. You're going to need the link, the tie rod, and the shock absorber. We may or may not have a shock absorber that will satisfy. So let's go find out. We can do that easily. Those are both 10%, so no. We do not have a shock absorber that will work. So that takes care of 3 pieces, 4 actually counting the brake pads. So now what we kind of want to do while we're up here is we want to look at our rubber bushings and see if we can find the bad one. Those all look to be good to me. Those 3 look good. Those 2 look good. Can we get a look? Nope, we need a front ventilated disc on this side. So we'll go ahead and pull the brakes off on the front passenger side. Let's see if we have a disc in stock. We do. Okay, let's move to the back of the car. Those pads look good. Those bushings look good. And it looks like we need a caliper and a disc back here, which, to save time, I'm just going to use what we already have in stock. One benefit to having saved items is you have them available when needed. Okay, let's go back to disassemble mode. Okay, well, now here's our conundrum. We know the bad rubber bushing is going to be up front. But we don't know where the wheel hub bearing is. So we're going to go back to inspection mode. And there's our bad rubber bushing. That wheel hub bearing is good. That wheel hub bearing is good. And there's our bad wheel hub bearing. Okay. So we know that we need to come back here. And we need to pull this rear drive axle out. We'll mark this bearing. And we'll buy one of those. Actually, we don't need to buy the bushing because I have bushings. So then we'll come back up front here. This tire is going to have to come off again. As is this shock absorber. And this front end link. And then we can go back. Yeah, we'll just put 2 brand new bushings in to be on the safe side. And now the suspension is taken care of in the car. The last thing we have to do is the body. We're going to go ahead and close this hood and just double check to make sure there's not an engine cover. There is not. So we'll close this. And this one we're going to swap directly with our Pagani. So now We open up our task list, and these are the 5 parts we need, 3 of which should be repairable. The other 2 we will have to buy brand new. So let's go ahead and mark the left headlight. Take the hood off. Take the front bumper off. And we'll remove the rear bumper and mark the right tail light. These are in decent enough condition. I wasn't worried about damaging them. And we go to the C8 Corvette. Just regular headlight and tail light. So we'll buy the left headlight and the right tail light. And we will put this Corvette back together. We'll put its plate back on. And then we need to align the headlights and the suspension. Because we can't send the car back to the customer with a bad suspension or a bad headlight alignment. And there we go. The C8 Corvette is ready to go back to its owner. And for what we did, we just earned ourselves 21,000 credits. Well, it might help if I put oil in it. I did forget that we drained the oil in the last episode to check the connecting rods, or the rod caps and the crankshaft bearing caps. So that was purely on me. And now we can send it off to its owner. And let's see what we have for work orders. Nothing I see that's going to make us any money. So let's take a quick hop to the junkyard. And we have arrived. First things I see is a Dodge Charger and a Nissan. Well, that's a Ribson Starline. This is the General Lee from the 2005 movie. And we could just buy it as we are already going to save a little over 2,000 credits. Just have a quick look at the price on the Starline. And we're only saving about 670 credits on that. Here's a base game Mustang Fastback. An old Ford Pinto that's also base game. Here we have a drag spec base game car. It's a 455 supercharged. I'll be honest with you, that's the first time I've seen something like that in the junkyard. We have another base game Corvette here. Saving about 800 credits. We have a Mitsubishi Evo 10 here. I do not know what the SFLA means, and this car is overpriced. We have what looks to be a Subaru BRZ. And this is not even saying it's a Subaru, which is pretty funny. That one we are saving about 800 credits on, so really not worth it. An old Ford F-100, another one down there. We have a base game Camaro up there. A drag spec. And that is a Ford F-100, so 3. This, I think, is going to be another GT500. Oh, that's the kit variant. I know I really shouldn't because we're going to lose money on it. But I've never seen this variant in the game. So we're definitely purchasing this. And we're going to send that right to the garage. We got a Ford GT here. Or is this another Ferrari 458? It's another Ferrari 458, which we already have. Another F-100. So that's 4 F-100s. We have a drag spec 2020 Toyota Supra. A lot of F-100s. Hot Wheels Bone Shaker. Base game Buick Riviera, which they call the Waltau. We got a Mazda RX-3, base game Golf, and a McLaren F1. Nope, this is base game. But with the QOL, it says it's a Ferrari F50. And then we have an F-150 SVT Lightning. Nope, Raptor. And that is overpriced. And a base game Dodge Charger, or Viper. So we will pick up the Charger as well. And that'll go straight to our parking. No need to show that at the garage, as we already know it's going to be orange. And with that, I will see you guys back at the garage. And we are back at the garage. Now, unfortunately, with the purchase of this Mustang kit variant and our Dodge Charger, the Dodge Charger took up the last of the spots in our parking alley. So Kit will have to sit at the garage which is no problem. I think the modder who made this did a pretty good job of getting the lights to go back and forth on the hood. So that's pretty cool. I'm not understanding why the game decided to put these tealish green body panels on the car. When I know the car is supposed to be black. But hey, it's a game. It's all based on RNG. And we're just gonna go with it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and repair the parts that can be repaired for the car, because we've already lost money on it just purchasing it. And by repairing these panels, we will actually get some of our value back out of the car. And now I will be the first to admit, I did not see the new one, the new Knight Rider, that had the Mustang as the hero car. So to you, my subscribers and viewers, if you can tell me what kind of rims and tires this car had in the movie, I would be greatly appreciated, especially if you can give a fairly good description so that I can see if within the base game there is something that matches the wheels and tires this car would have had in the movie. Did we have a trunk? We did not. We did not have tail lights. We did have the rear bumper. We didn't have car park 2. Go ahead and throw a plate on there. And we'll get the right fender. Did we miss a piece? We did. Alright, let's go fix that piece. And we will put that right on. And now let's go buy the rest of the parts we need. So this is the car we need. Ooh, parts are going to be expensive for this boy. So I'm already guessing we're going to get a fair price out of this car. Though I don't think we'll be selling it. So we're going to need to add that and that to our list. Let's go ahead and buy those last 2 pieces. Well, we did have a mirror. I think we may need to buy an engine cover for this. Let's go ahead and pop this hood. Nope, no engine cover. Okay, so just by completing the body, which it says is only 93% because maybe we haven't welded it yet, we can, well, we have 60, we're not making a profit on this yet. I would like to see what it says the body is missing. Rear left door. What would be the rear left door? Ah. Well, let's go repair that. Sneaky, sneaky modder. Ooh. Threw in an extra part. I kind of like it when they do that. Makes you think. And now, well, it still says body 96%. Makes me wonder if there's something I'm missing from the body. Car part 2J. Did I not put the... I didn't put the exhaust on. Okay. Well, let's get that exhaust in there. And now our body's 100%. And this is where we will leave this episode. After we get rid of these panels that we cannot use. And then our next task will be to start work on this Lamborghini. With that, I hope you all enjoyed the episode and the surprise car that we found in the junkyard. If you did, please smash that like button, leave a comment, share these videos, and if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, as it only takes a second and costs you nothing. Plus, it helps out my very small channel. And with that, I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Wherever you are, whenever you may be watching this. Thank you.